Welcome back to episode 7 of the Orks of Gork and Mork, you beautiful people. So, last episode we researched all of the ship and the ship is now down. We have started the reactor and already we have a mechanoid drop coming into the base. And it looks like there's not too much, so we will pull you 4 into here and then you 3 into there. And that should take out the mechanoids. Like I said, there's not too many. It looks like there's only 3. So this is quite good. So basically either this episode we leave the planet and continue our war. Okay, that must have been an Inquisitor. Just done the whole bunch of the Orks. Fantastic. Maddox, where are you? Oh, he was just coming in. Cool, so that was Warbok down and Augurs down as well. That was quick. That wasn't much of a shootout. Yeah, so either we get off the planet in this episode and continue the wah, or all the Orks die and the ship gets destroyed. And we start a new series. Either way, new series starts. So let's get on with it. Was having a little think and decided the kill zone wasn't quite right, because we did not have a retreat path on this side. So, not being super sneaky, but a little bit sneaky, we've now designed it so our Orks can pull back and get up to here, hopefully, before the others can get round here and round that corner. So retreat back through there to there. So then we've got a secondary defensive line. Where can they go from here? Not too much, but if it goes a little bit wrong there, they can always retreat back and then come to here. So anything that comes around this corner is going to get shot off as well. Now we've got no way to actually retreat from this part unless we bail out before and then come round here. So we still need a few escape paths, otherwise we are going to get isolated. On this side, however, the Orks can simply come back round here, up through here, and then they disappear into the base and maybe come around there to defend. So off that, what I am thinking is another wall along here is probably a good shout to there, and then we'll put another wall and door there. So this side can retreat and move back and then hopefully be in a situation to defend along here. But these sort of kill zones, I guess, you kind of need to try out and test because you need to see how the AI reacts to it. So this might not be great, or it might work quite well. Either way, we will find out, and we should have enough granite left to be able to do a few modifications as the raids come in. And it looks like the mech hive has taken quite an interest with us, so they're already sending in another raid. I think it might have been like a day or 2. It has not been long at all. Actually, I doubt it's even been that. Okay, it might have been 2 days. So we know the turrets along here are decent enough to be able to hold off against a few mechanoids. Now there's a couple more this time around, so we're just going to move a couple of the boys down, and they should just be able to spray everything down whilst the others can continue working, building the base and doing some research. So that night shield, no, that is down. Cool. So I'm thinking if we can get the resources together, it is probably worth starting to pump in a few turrets, say along here, because we know they've got to come along here, through there, and then through this section. So having turrets there would be quite useful. Just buy us a little bit more time. I'm not expecting turrets to win, because at the point that we're being forced back, it is going to be a pretty scrappy retreat. However, having something that can buy us a little bit of time might be quite important, I would have thought. Yeah, so you might as well get those. Also, all these Yumi corpses, let's go strip the heads off them and then turn them into chem fuel. All of the mechanoids we're going to be able to strip down into plasteel. And there is, what, 3 mechanoids left on this raid? So far, the computer is not being too aggressive. Right, so vanilla mechanoids are coming in, and it looks like they are just going to go and try to go straight through the wall. This termite actually can make mechanoids terrifying. In combat extended, this is going to be such a headache. I'll be interested to see how the meta evolves on how to actually deal with them. But right now, I think, because that's just going to be able to shoot through that wall, go into the next wall, shoot through that, go into the next, and then shoot through that, and then they're in our base. Yeah, it's already in. One shot and that's the wall gone. So it might go to here. Oh, leave our geothermal alone. Okay, I'm going to need just about everyone then. Unfortunate. Okay, cool. So just hammering it off the top of my head. Yeah, trying to think. Maybe if you had layers, right? And what I mean by layers is you'd have an outer line that once breached creates a second channel point. But then this thing doesn't seem to want to go through there. It just wants to attack walls. They are going to be a headache to sort out. Going to be a lot of fun to fight, that is for sure. And it just means you can't go for a standard kill zone, which is cool. But if you're playing vanilla and you start coming up against centipedes, they can be semi-difficult to deal with unless you've got uranium turrets. But if you haven't got the uranium turrets in the right place because it's just tunneled through the wall somewhere else, I got a feeling that a lot of first-time players of Rimworld are going to be in for quite a shock when termites start showing up and just shelling through their defences super quick. Okay, move the boys to the top. You guys go through there. Does mean we need a secondary defensive line in here, is what I'm taking from this. Which isn't a massive issue. We are running low on granite though, but thinking something like that to something like this. And then at least we have somewhere to shoot from when they come in. Yet that works. So we're saying about getting some more orcs in. But we've found this one, Edcore. He's a flash. Well, a flash git. And he has a double burning passion in shooting, which is pretty sweet. And can do some crafting. Albeit not very well, but we just need some people doing some primitive crafting because we are starting to bottleneck on that. Talent copycat. He's trigger happy, composed, free mind, athletic, and slowpoke. I'm not sure you can be athletic and slowpoke at the same time, but details and a xenophobe. Right, we're going to go pick him up, and he joins as a colonist. Sweet. We do have a set of mega armor for him that he should just be able to jump straight into. He says it is somewhere around, and I think a Schnaz gun is going to be our best bet for him at the moment. So we'll get him in, he'll get geared up. We're running super low on components, running pretty low. Well, we got 82 there, so we're not doing as bad as we thought. They just haven't been hauled in. But yeah, we're going to need more firepower. And we're also going to need more people that can craft so we can start processing through all of the junk that we've now got on the map. Otherwise, this game is going to turn into a crawl. And also, we can use a lot of those resources. And this looks like a little bit more of a substantial raid. A whole bunch of tribals, but they don't look like they want to play ball. It looks like they're going to try and tunnel through our defences. We did just manage to pick up some more granite, so hopefully we will have enough to repair everything. We got like 60 chunks over here, but like I said, we're just bottlenecking on the crafting, so a lot of people aren't doing it. And yeah, they're going to go through the walls. So they can only really come through one at a time, so let's gun line there. Then the others that are around, bring them down, take here in case anything tries to loop us. And this should be more than enough to hold. Okay, they got through those walls a little bit quicker than I was expecting. And just seeing a massive design flaw with where our little prison is. Because they are already in there. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, you guys. Ah, Warbox up. He's just had a whole bunch of prospects put in. Take along here. So once they tunnel through there, they have to come through this kill zone. Well, it's not really a kill zone, but it is now a corridor of death or something. Call it something metal. It's 40k. Yeah, we should be able to hold here quite happily. They aren't going to have much of a chance against our big boy guns. And what happened to your gun? You do have a ranged weapon platform, so you should have a gun on you. Okay. Let's give you a Schnaz gun. Basham's going to be fine there. Rage Walker's there. The other guys are pushing through. It looks like they're not coming through the bottom, so you guys cut off the retreat. So come into here and then go round. You guys into here. And yeah, a rock and a hard place, tribals are caught. Easy to deal with. Another group of tribals has come in, and they are considerably bigger in number, it looks like. 94 of them. Okay, of course, Edders, you don't have a gun because you keep getting your skull caved in. You can have a big shooter. Skitter, you got frag bombs. We've seen what happens when I give Gretchen's frag bombs, so you get this one. And then everyone else is then down. And Edcore, why do you have that? We'll give you this one. Cool, so hopefully now all the orcs will be geared up. The rest of you need you down here, and we're going to engage the puny Yumis out in the open. And the mechanive has come in again, and they're dropping on top of us. Okay, we're not engaging the humans out in the open. We are engaging a mechanive in the middle of our base. Yeah, can't see this going wrong. Terror Splitter, need you back in here, buddy. Okay, the Dylan Inquisitor, that was down. And those guys are down. Cool. Easy, easy cleanup. Edders, you see I've got a gun. Skitter, you got a gun, you're coming down here. Edcore, you've got a gun, drop this one, come down here as well. Sweet. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine. So on a scale of about 1 to 10, this has got to be a solid 8 on the annoying scale. It turns out one of my hotkeys, not that I really use hotkeys, but occasionally I do, is the same hotkey that stops my recording. So yeah, you can probably see how that became a problem. So we have just lost about 40 minutes of recording, which is rather annoying, considering that is 2/3 of what I've actually recorded so far. So the ship starts up in 9 hours. This is Ironman, so I can't even go back and reload the save. All of my games are Ironman. We've killed a bunch of people trying to siege us over here, just gun them down. Whole bunch of tribals, gun down. A bunch of mechanoids, gun down. We fought some bugs. We had a wild drop on our head. It was going quite interesting. Edders tried to leave, so then we went and beat him up, and then I was just like, oh yeah, Edders is doing quite well. He's not getting in many fights. And then Gorebuster just went over and stamped on him. So yeah, missed a little bit out, which is rather annoying. And now I just got to find what hotkey is bound to my recording, because my Filmora has updated. Anyway, details. We lost 40 minutes. We're nearly off the planet. And one of the things I was saying is we are going to be looking for a new idea for a new playthrough. By the time you see this video, I will actually be away at my mate's wedding. But if you can think of a good series that you'd like to see, let me know, because I'd like to do it. Also, another thing, if anyone knows any good bionic mods that add extra bionics, that is something I'll be interested in, because that is what I generally find a bottleneck on a lot of my playthroughs are, is either bionic mods become like so incredibly overpowered and broken that it just imbalances the game, or the other side is you need a million colonists to do the same job as what a handful of colonists would do, and then the game just ends up slowing down to an absolute crawl, because my PC is an old potato. Alright, let's see what we can achieve in the next 7 hours. And that is it. That is the reactor power-up sequence is complete. It's now ready for liftoff. So if we go down here, and then we actually go into Filmora, that is where the recording stopped. And that is what I had recorded too. Yeah, less than ideal. Right, let's go one into the pods, and let's go off the planet. Who's worth taking? You're worth taking. Rage Walker, you're definitely worth taking. Madders, you're worth taking. Basham, you can go. Warbok, you're definitely worth taking. Medaka, you can go. Ooh, now I've only got one more pod. Terror Splitter, you can go as well. Everyone in. And with that, launch ship. I need one more engine. Okay, turns out we're not ready to go. Cool. I think that's how engines work. Who can do that? Skitter, you can, can't you? Get on this, buddy. We're leaving you little schnot bags behind. Oh, that's going to take such a long time. Oh. This is meant to be a nice, easy leave. Glorious, but it's not. It's just some Gretchen trying to cut some plants in the background. Fantastic. Right, so we've got the extra engine. We now have the sensor cluster. And now it is time to get all of the boys into the crypto sleep caskets so we can go off and continue our wow through the stars. And Terra Splitter, you get the last spot. We'll leave the Gretchen. Edders isn't orky enough. Edcore hasn't earned his worth. And it is time to launch. Oosh. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 7. We have managed to continue the war into the space. So thank you very much for watching the Orks of Gork and Mork. I've been Konzi. All your likes, comments, sub-support have been amazing. You guys are awesome. Any suggestions for a new series, please feel free to comment down below. Anything you think I can improve on, please feel free to message as well. Always looking to improve. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you on the next one.